Francis. So, today for our health topic, what we're going to be going over is conflict resolution. So, you know, life in general could be frustrating, or, we can get upset, or we can be, have a disagreements with somebody. We don't always get along with our family or our friends, especially during this time right now. We're near a lot of our family more often. So, sometimes we get into little arguments here and there about something as little as sharing a toy or maybe watching a certain TV show. So we always want to try to, anger and frustration is just our human nature and our emotions and our natural emotions. And just like the last lesson, we spoke about emotions, all the different types of emotions that our bodies can react and how they can react, either happiness, sad, angry, frustrated, all these different types of emotions. So we're going to be going over a video talking about conflict resolutions and, being able to avoid feeling in certain ways, especially when it's upset or angry at certain people over just some little situation that doesn't really mean too much. So we're going to find out how, the good ideas like taking a deep breath in or even, just trying to collect ourselves and think before we speak because, sometimes when we're angry, we say things we don't mean and we want to avoid those types of situations. So we're going to be going back and talking about all the different ways we can compromise and how we can place ourselves in their shoes and try to think about how they feel about the situation that's going on. So just try to pay attention and focus as best as you can, and then remember we're going to answer some questions afterwards in our Google Forms. So I hope you enjoy it.
I'm so mad. Mike and his friends are not sharing the mini golf set. Grr, it's not there. You're right. We have a conflict, and we need to solve it. What is a conflict? A conflict is a strong disagreement or argument between people. You might argue with a family member, or with a friend or teammate. Someone might not treat people nicely, include others when they play, or even say hurtful things about someone. All of these are conflicts, and they can make you feel frustrated, angry, or sad. Sometimes Mia does things that feel disrespectful, and we'll get into a big argument. We'll get upset and say hurtful things. People don't always agree on everything, and sometimes that can lead to conflicts. Knowing how to resolve or solve conflicts is important. The first step is to calm down. This helps keep you from acting out or saying things you don't mean. How can you calm down when you're upset? When I'm angry, sad, or frustrated, I stop whatever I'm doing. I sit down and I take long, deep belly breaths. This helps you relax and gives you time to think before you act. Writing down your thoughts and feelings, or listening to music can all calm you down when you're upset. Even thinking about a happy memory can help. I feel a lot better now. After you calm down, the next step is to share how you feel. How do you discuss your thoughts and feelings in a conflict? You can use these sentences to help you get a discussion started. I feel when you, because, so what I would like is, when I got into an argument with Mia, I said, I feel upset when you play your guitar loudly because it hurts my ears. So what I would like is for you to stop playing guitar. Mia listened, and we started talking about it calmly. It's important to listen to each other when you're resolving a conflict. Don't interrupt, and be respectful of the other person's ideas, even if you don't agree. Imagine how it feels to be the other person. Empathy is understanding the feelings of another person. When you have empathy, you think about how the other person sees the problem. After you share, the next step is to think of ways to resolve the conflict. How do you come up with a solution together? When Mia and I talked, she said that it was unfair that she couldn't practice guitar at all. I realized it was unfair of me to tell her to stop playing. I understood how she felt. I wouldn't want her to tell me that I couldn't do something I loved. So we talked about some solutions together. We came up with an idea that worked. Mia could use headphones. Together, we found a solution that worked for both of us. Sometimes a solution might not be exactly what you want. A compromise is when a person or group gives up something in order to reach an agreement. When you compromise, you agree to something that isn't exactly what you want, but it solves the problem. After you find a solution, you should follow it. Also, think about how you acted in the conflict. What would you do differently next time? People usually do solve conflicts, but sometimes it's not so easy. What can you do when you can't resolve a conflict? Some problems are really hard to solve. Someone might not want to discuss the conflict or follow the solution. The same problem may keep coming up, and you might get upset again. It can be helpful to ask someone not in the conflict to help. A mediator is a person who helps people solve conflicts together. A mediator can help people agree on a solution. Sometimes you may need to ask a teacher or a grown-up to be a mediator. But if you can, try to solve your conflict together first. Remember, when you come up with a solution, everyone has to follow it. That's part of the agreement. Everyone has conflicts sometimes, and that's okay. The important thing is to treat each other with respect and listen to each other. I'm going to talk to Mike and his friends. I feel mad when you don't share because it means we don't get a chance to play. So, I would like for us to take turns. I'm really glad we talked about it. Now it's time to play.